the singles wrestler. I tend to go out there and just, find a body part and bend it and twist it until my opponent doesn't want to continue. And if I get backed into a corner and I really have to, I'll bend the rules, not break the rules, but, in the spirit of competition, I just want to win the match, man, so I'll, use the ropes, I'll break a finger if I really have to, but that's last resort.
And the one thing with a new company means all the titles are up for grabs. Do you have your sights set on any of the titles in New York Championship Wrestling?
I mean, if you're not looking to win belts, then the titles, then I don't know what you're doing. If the people in charge of New York Championship Wrestling think I'm worthy, and I'll go out there and give it my all, and I'll make them think I'm worthy enough for the belts.
So who would you say is your biggest rival in wrestling right now?
Right now, right now it's very competitive with the prospects in truly independent wrestling. It's all of us guys who are just either graduated or soon to be graduating. There's 6 of us, and we're all kind of fighting for that spot to be the most noticed prospect. So there's the Dillon Street Boys, the tag team. We have Dirty Ryan Duke, and then, as I said before, Corbin Dane and Danny Adam. We're all kind of just trying to be that one prospect that sticks out.
And what do you have to do to be that one prospect that sticks out?
Well, I actually took a big step forward in that process. Last truly independent wrestling show, I ended up getting the first win of any of the prospects. I was wrestling the Husky Ninja, and the referee may or may not have missed me holding the ropes. I may have been holding the ropes is what I'm saying. Some people are telling me that. I don't think so. I forget things every now and then, but yeah, apparently I cheated to win, but it's a win, right? The win in the win column, that's all that matters. And I was the first prospect to do it.
And so since New York Championship Wrestling is new, what should fans expect to see on that first card?
I'm very excited about that first card. First of all, me and Danny Adam, I've already talked about that enough. High Voltage Omar, that dude is so good. Him and Sergeant Fury, I'm going to be peeking out of the back to watch that match. I can't wait. And Tyler Vincent, that dude is a show every time, Definitely a show worth getting out to. If you're in Whitesboro or the Whitesboro area, I definitely recommend getting out to New York Championship Wrestling's Day One.
Do you have your sights set on anybody you want to face after your match with Danny Adam?
There's just so many different guys there. I always love competition, so I like going up against anybody who's going to make me, give it my best. If I go out there and I get my butt kicked by the best wrestler, I'm going to learn something from that match. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do better the next time. So whoever they want to give me, I will give it my all.
And what kind of work goes into putting on a company's first show?
I'm sure it's a lot. I've only been in communication with, Tino, Caesar. He basically just told me, come, show up, and wrestle for me. So the job I have is to basically give these people a show they want to return to. They're going to come to this show, and they're going to say, wow, that guy Sadlowski, was really good. And I want to come back next month to see what he does next month. Hopefully I get the win. If I don't, I'll come back. I'll try to win next month.
So have you actually graduated wrestling school yet?
I officially, I graduated in August. I spent a year in the TIW training facility, and now it's just getting out there and working for as many promotions as I can, and getting people to know the name Guy Sadlowski.
Is Day One going to be your first show outside of truly independent wrestling?
Yes, it is.
And do you have any others lined up after that?
No, I have not gotten anything set up at the moment. It's just truly independent wrestling and New York Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I definitely want.
Once you build up your name and get more exposure, you'll be all over the place.
That's the goal. I just want to kind of get my footing in one place, get my footing in another place, and kind of expand slowly. And I feel like it'll make a bigger impact when I come to new places.
Being a recent graduate of wrestling training school, what advice would you give somebody who's just starting in school?
It is hard. It sucks sometimes. There are going to be days you are not going to want to go to training, but you have to push yourself. Because I've never been an athletic dude. But all the time I spent going to training, learning all the moves, learning all the ways to bend and twist and break and manipulate body parts, it got me, into going to training, which turned me into doing drills, and I started working out, and now I am not quite so out of shape, but basically it's gonna be difficult is the best advice I can give you, and just fight through it, because it's all worth it. Well, I don't know yet, I haven't learned that yet, but so far it is definitely all worth it.
And for the fans who haven't experienced Guy Sadlowski match yet, tell the fans a little bit more about Guy. What is he like?
You're not going to see me jumping off of anything, doing anything crazy, but you will see people's arms bending in ways that they aren't supposed to be bent in. And my opponents are going to be tapping, and if they don't tap out, I will hit them with my disjointment and drop them on their face, and I'll win that way. But my primary objective is to just isolate the arm, bend it, do my 20 different submissions I can do to their arm, and make them tap out. I don't want to cause any permanent damage. An arm can be fixed eventually, but I just want to pacify my opponent and get the win.
Was there a particular wrestler that you modeled your style after?
When I was young, the first wrestler that I really liked was Bret Hart, and everything he did was absolutely perfect. I do a Russian leg sweep because Bret Hart did one, and the only reason I still continue to do it is everybody tells me that's some awesome impact on that Russian leg sweep, and I want to, every time I hit a move, I want that to look, like the end. It's devastating, and Bret Hart was just so good.
Guy, I just want to thank you so much for your time. We look forward to seeing your debut with the New York Championship Wrestling on the 13th of October. Do you have any final thoughts for the fans?
Nothing really, man. I just want to thank you, Michael, for inviting me on the CNY Wrestles podcast. Maybe in a couple years when I am much more known, much more out there, we'll talk again sometime.
Absolutely. I don't think it's going to take a couple years, though.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem. Have a good night. Thank you so much again. There you have it, guys. Guy Sadlowski, one of the stars of New York Championship Wrestling, that you can see this Saturday night, October 13th, at Day One. If you don't know where the Judd Road Accelerate Sports Complex is, go to the New York Championship Wrestling Facebook page, and you'll find all the ticket information and directions. We want to throw out a special thank you to General Manager Jonny for donating 2 tickets to give out to one of our fans on Facebook. And that fan who won the tickets, Shoshone Weekly, she'll be going to the show this Saturday to check it out. Thank you again to Jonny. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your time. Guy Sadlowski, thank you again for your time. I'm sure you're going to be a big name here in Central New York for years to come. It's going to be a good show this Saturday night. You'll see us there again. And to get in touch with us, CNY Wrestles Podcast at gmail.com. Like our Facebook page at CNY Wrestles Podcast. We're on Twitter at Podcast CNY. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes. That's really important for us, guys. Give us a 5-star rating. That's super huge for us. Also, find us wherever podcasts are found. We're everywhere. So you guys have a good night. We'll see you Saturday night and here next week for the CNY Wrestles Podcast.